Good morning, everybody. How are you?
Good.
Hopefully you all got here safe and without any incident. We are very delighted to have you all here at this 2015 Unidata Users Workshop. On behalf of Unidata and UCAR, it's my distinct pleasure to welcome you all to this triennial event, the 2015 Unidata Workshop. These workshops have been held since 1988, making this the 10th such workshop in that series. And each workshop has had a unique flavor and unique theme for the benefit of our users and the community at large. The first workshop was actually held long before UCAR even acquired this building up at the iconic Mesa Lab up on the hill at Table Mesa. And anyone care to guess what the theme of that workshop was? The theme of that workshop was Teaching Synoptic Meteorology in the Modern Era. The reason why that theme was chosen was because in the mid-'80s, the National Weather Service embarked on a modernization program that brought in new Doppler radars online, as well as new computing and other types of infrastructure for operational meteorology, as well as the community it reaches in academia. I'm going to ask for a show of hands if you were at that 1988 users workshop up on the Mesa. The only person who raised his hand is Russ Rue, who is a Unidata staff member, and Mike Schmidt, who is providing computing support here, was also at that workshop. And guess who else was there? I was at that workshop in 1988. So this makes it my 10th workshop. I have attended all 10 Unidata triennial workshops, 5 as a member of the community and as committee member on the users committee, and 5 as a Unidata staff member. And here is a photo from that particular workshop, if I can get it to show on the screen. It'll hopefully pop up in a second. There you go. It had IBM RT3s, for those of you who remember the generation of computers back in the mid to late 80s. And if you pick me out from that photograph, you get an extra cookie this afternoon at the coffee break. The only clue I will give you is that I had a lot more hair back then. Over the years, these workshops have played an incredibly important role in bringing the community together to discuss how Unidata, in partnership with our collaborators, such as the National Weather Service and other parts of NOAA line offices, can help advance education and research in the geosciences, especially at universities, and in the process, providing an important venue for assessing and addressing the data and software needs of the academic community. You all are aware of the theme of this year's triennial workshop, and it is data-driven geoscience applications, opportunities, trends, and challenges. The reason why the Unidata Users Committee, which is the organization or group that organizes this particular meeting every 3 years, picked this particular theme will not come as a surprise to any of you in this room or even in our community. Because we all recognize that data have become the lifeblood of our science, and science is more than ever data-driven. becoming the fourth paradigm of science, as was articulated by Jim Gray, a scientist at Microsoft Research. These days there is heightened awareness of data transparency, especially after ClimateGate about 5-6 years ago, and this issue of reproducibility in science, as agencies have placed new requirements for data management plans in proposals, and there is considerable emphasis on topics such as big data, open data, and of course the cloud. Many of you are probably aware that the Office of Science and Technology Policy, which is housed at the White House as part of a president's office, and other federal agencies have recently issued guidelines or even mandates on the publication of data that are included in scientific journals and research studies. The expectation is that in a few short years, the publication of data will become the norm rather than the exception, as is the case today, which has resulted in agencies issuing their respective so-called public access to research results, PAR plans, in the last several months. The organizers of this workshop recognize these important trends and have come up with an outstanding program to raise awareness in many of these areas, giving you all an opportunity to engage in hands-on activities, as well as listen to presentations on tools, practices, and other available resources. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Unidata Users Committee, the lead workshop organizers, Mike Baldwin, Stephen Lazarus, and Kevin Tile, and the Unidata staff for their hard work in planning and organizing this workshop, and of course, the National Science Foundation for the sponsorship of this meeting. I wish you all a highly productive and fun-filled workshop. The agenda includes an exciting mix of presentations, hands-on sessions, and opportunities for group discussion. During the next 4 days, please be sure to get to know your colleagues and other participants, presenters, the Users Committee members, and the Unidata staff. And last but not least, don't forget to explore this beautiful town at your leisure. Have at it and have a great meeting. Thank you.